What is up, YouTube family? Thank you guys for tuning back into Will Burn Shenanigans. Well, we always bring the shenanigans on this channel. If you new, smash the subscribe button. We are hanging a 100K plaque this year, but our next goal is 50K. You guys are making that possible. And this exciting week. I am 30 this weekend. Let's go.
Dirty 30.
Exciting week for us. We are headed into some WWE. Some WWE. We are headed into some WWE moments. I know you guys have been asking. A lot of people say do more wrestling, especially with our past growing up in it. And I think that's the best time was when we lived through wrestling. It was the best time. A lot of you definitely agree with that. So,
I mean, it's still good that it's still going on.
Yeah, I just think our time is the best. I think this one's going to be funny because I'm curious to know who's on this list. Top 10 most W.T.F moves ever. So, what the F is what we're going into.
Top 10? I feel like there's so many.
No, but that's not like what the F, like they bad, not good.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of somebody who had a stupid finisher, I think. What was his name? He used to drink blood.
I always say it. Rakishi.
No, but his move was, everybody liked it though. This is more or less like what the F as in I think like it don't make sense. Oh. Or it could be that. I don't know. But I'm thinking more or less, my opinion, I'm thinking more or less on the lines of why did you even make this as a finisher?
Some iconic moves in WWE history. From Sweet Chin Music to the RKO, these moves are truly memorable for all the right reasons. However, there are certain moves that leave fans utterly speechless. Either they're completely inappropriate for a wrestling match,
really?
or so bad that fans are pulled out of the illusion that this is pro wrestling. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 WTF moves in WWE.
I'm curious. It better not be nothing on here I like. That's all I got to say. Rakishi could make the cut though, because some people could hate on his move.
Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, WrestleMania Shorts. Oh, we now have a Hindi channel as well, so if you speak or understand Hindi, check it out. Number 10, Quincy Elliot, Booby Smash. Quincy Elliot is one of the more interesting and unique characters that has surfaced in recent years. Footage of Elliot's matches usually go viral on social media because he performs certain moves that leave fans in a state of shock. Take for instance when Elliot was wrestling NXT.
Okay, the chop ain't bad. It ain't that. The chop.
Suddenly during the match, Elliot performed one of the most unique moves ever. Instead of performing the popular punches in the corner spot, he decided to use his own upper body instead of his fists.
Now y'all
left fans and
he don't even look like they big enough to even do that.
If they was. What in his mind did he think, oh, you know what? This move right here is it. I'm smashing people's heads with these titties. Like, bruh. Y'all should, you know what? Cancel. See, that's what's wrong with the cancel culture today. Y'all cancel the wrong thing. This needs to be canceled.
This is horrible.
The announcers in total disbelief. We don't blame them. Number 9, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, hairbrush attack. The team of Strowman and Ricochet have teamed together a number of times on TV and house show events, but one particular match they have received attention for all the wrong reasons. The duo were wrestling the Maximum Male Models in March of 2023. During the match, Strowman managed to obtain the hairbrush of the male models. After using it to comb his beard, Strowman did the unthinkable. The former WWE Universal Champion decided to violently use the hairbrush on his backside as if it was toilet paper. Strowman would then throw the brush back to Ricochet, and Ricochet then proceeded to attack Mansoor with a now, let's say, contaminated item. Number 8, Eva Marie, sliced bread.
I ain't even pausing for that one. You know what,
y'all? The best wrestler in the world, and she was without question pushed beyond her ability. During Marie's run in NXT, she would debut her finishing move, the sliced bread. This move has been perfected over the years, and it's very popular, especially with athletic talents. However, when Marie performed the move, it legitimately received audible laughs from the crowd. The move is supposed to be performed quickly and with grace, but Marie looked like she was doing it in bullet time.
A little bit. I mean, at least her move, you know, she's trying to do a move. At least it look decent.
We ain't combing people's hair on stage.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's slow, but I'll take this over the other two. Because them other two
give someone who is struggling to perform basic moves a notable finish of this nature. But WWE at one point were adamant on making the former Total Divas star the next big thing. Number 7, Vito, dress code.
Oh,
in 2006, WWE made the bold decision to re-debut Vito as a cross-dressing man. This idea came from Vince and Stephanie McMahon, who randomly came up to Vito backstage and asked him how he'd feel about wearing a dress. Whilst his gimmick was atrocious and mainly existed to make McMahon laugh, Vito was incredibly dedicated to the character, and it was even reported that he would stay in character when traveling.
Okay, first of all, they could have been nicer dresses. These are some ugly-ass dresses.
But the most infamous thing about this gimmick was, without question, his finishing move, known as the dress code. This move would involve Vito putting his opponent's head under his dress so their face would face his crotch. He would then lock in an armbar and make his opponent submit whilst their face was buried in him. This was an interesting move to say the least.
I mean, look, if he wanted, just
I feel
just
like
say
that's
that.
the dumbest
look,
thing ever.
Just say that's what you want. Don't come over here acting on wrestling.
Like, McMahon, if that's what you want, you should have did it yourself.
He over here just doing, okay, my thing is, what is the outcome of this? What is supposed to happen to your opponent after dry humping their face?
They gotta wait for your crotch.
So does it like the whole
I don't
point?
get the dresses.
The whole point of the
they're ugly. Like, I could have picked some nice ass dresses or something. Like you.
The whole point of a finisher is to finish them.
The fact that they thought of this, though, the fact that they said, "Let's do this and let's create a man who does all this," like that's so stupid.
Was wrestling enhancement talents, but the thought of Vito
like, what is that doing to them?
Wrestlers such as The Undertaker or Batista was simply wrong. Number 6, Road Dogg Pump Handle Slam with added hump. A Road Dogg was one of the most popular stars of the Attitude Era, and for his finishing move, he would use a pump handle power slam. This move is common in pro wrestling, but Road Dogg's version of the move added a rather inappropriate twist. Just as Road Dogg was getting ready to perform the move, he would proceed to hump his opponent.
What?
On the surface, this is a classic Attitude Era move, but when the
What
move is
the
analyzed at a
heck?
deeper
Road
level,
Dogg! I don't think I
disturbing
can't even remember. Do I remember that? I don't know if I remember that move.
Number 5, Eugene Horseback
wow.
Ride. The Eugene persona was a controversial character that debuted in the Ruthless Aggression era. The majority of Eugene's moveset was inspired by his favorite wrestlers such as The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, but one particular move certainly wasn't inspired by a WWE legend. In the majority of his matches, Eugene would proceed to mount his opponent and ride them like a horse.
See, you know what?
He would often spank the backside of his opponent to
Once again, I'm going back to the drawing board. What is the point of it being a finisher if you're not finishing the opponent? What is riding him like a pony, smacking his ass gonna do for him? You probably gonna get him hyped. You know,
can't he just get up and throw him off his back?
This was humorous at first, but when Eugene was performing it in every single match, it quickly lost its comedic spark.
Yeah,
Number 4, Bastion Booger, Trip to the Batcave.
These names.
In summer of '93, WWE debuted the character of Bastion Booger. This would go down as one of the worst gimmicks in WWE history. It was truly awful. In essence, Booger's character was an unkept wrestler who loved food. This character fell completely flat though, and one of the reasons fans resented the persona was because his finishing move was truly revolting.
That's disgusting.
Booger's finisher was known as a trip to the Batcave, as it would see Booger sit down on his opponent with his groin area landing in his opponent's face. This was sold with disgust from the WWE commentary team, as it made unflattering comments such as, "Imagine the smell," and that is simply horrible. Number 3, Kizarny Tallulah Bella. WWE debuted their fair share of characters that failed to get over, and Kizarny is one of them. It's hard to truly define what his character or gimmick was supposed to be, but we're told as an audience that he was from some kind of carnival, and Kizarny would describe the character as a mix between Jake the Snake Roberts and Doink the Clown. But this did little to generate any interest in the character. Kizarny only had one singles match on TV as a character when he debuted possibly one of the weakest looking finishers ever. Kizarny's finisher was supposed to resemble a double-arm DDT, but his variation involved him performing a roll-through, meaning his opponent simply did a forward roll. When Kizarny did this during his match with MVP, fans believed it was botched, as there was no reason that the move was going to hurt anyone. Well, the reality was that this was Kizarny's legitimate finishing move that he'd used in WWE developmental. Number 2, Viscera, the Viscera.
I knew. This who I would see. I knew it. I said it in the beginning of the video. I said, I know he about to be on the list. I remember him. I was like the dude that used to eat the worm and the blood and all that crap. I remember him.
I don't remember that.
Man, I knew he had a stupid finisher. As a kid, I was like, why is he even wrestling? I knew he was going to be on the list.
Wrestlers who went through a number of characters during his WWE tenure. He was once the 1995 King of the Ring winner, and he was once a key part of The Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness faction. However, without question, the most notorious gimmick Viscera had was when he became the world's largest love machine. During the gimmick, the Viscera character would become overly sexualized, and some of his moves were changed to accommodate this drastic gimmick change. One move that was added into his arsenal was a move known as the Viscera. This move involved a
Viagra?
near 500-pound man getting on his opponent's back and then humping him with all his might. This move was truly insane, and it was unbelievable to think that Viscera went from...
I'm done. I can't. You know what, y'all?
I think
we humping people to death. We
man, like I feel like five of them had to do with humping.
I think some of them had problems.
No, it's like the McMahons. He said that a lot of them they would create these people to see like but they wouldn't even last. Yeah, because they're dumb. Like
what you dry humping people for?
Stick to the script, sir.
You dry humping people to death.
From being the Undertaker's henchman to humping wrestlers on live TV. And number 1, John Cena's sixth move of Doom. During his legendary career in WWE, Cena became notorious for having 5 moves of doom. Some fans believe that Cena was only able to execute 5 moves, and that's all he ever needed to win notable matches over the likes of Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Cena would eventually get in on the joke, and in 2018 he would debut a move that was literally known as the 6th move of doom.
Let me see.
Cena had heavily teased the move in interviews and across social media, so fans expected something really special. When Cena eventually performed the move at the Super Showdown pay-per-view in 2018, fans were incredibly disappointed. During Cena's tag team match where he teamed with Bobby Lashley to take on Elias and Kevin Owens, Cena began the 6th move of Doom by doing a bizarre cross with his arms and then proceeded to throw a basic work punch at Elias. Fans were confused as to what was happening, and it was clear that Cena was just trolling with the move. The weird thing was that this actually resulted in a pinfall victory for him, which was supposed to make the move look credible, but due to the move looking so bad upon execution,
it does look bad.
Nothing other than make fans question what Cena was thinking.
One.
The move was supposed to link to a movie that Cena was shooting with Jackie Chan, but this connection was lazily explained and did little to cross-promote the movie. But there you have it, folks.
It's like it ain't giving finishing. This was
I'm so disappointed that his is number 1.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like if mine had to be number 1, it would probably be between the dressing guy one and the one that's just humping you for like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I feel like those two are the top ones. Like,
yep, definitely the humping, Viscera, and then.
I feel like some of them were just like, why?
And
like,
then what was the other one? Oh, the crotch one, the dress. Yeah.
I said that, so we're both in the same one.
Yeah,
I feel like those were like the worst. Like I don't feel like John Cena should have been the one.
because John Cena still was punching his opponent doing something to show it's like a finisher move. Them other ones ain't no finisher. Are you riding around riding a dude? Like that's not finishing somebody.
I feel like those were just stupid. Like.
Those could be antics in the ring, not a finisher though. Those could be antics used in the ring.
I didn't agree with those. I feel like those were just 1, stupid, and then I feel like 2, it's like you don't want.
They don't make sense.
You don't want to mimic those.
No.
Who wants to mimic those?
Nobody's excited about humping somebody.
Like, exactly. Like you said, you did like the one who does the chokehold one, and then they slam it like as a kid and stuff.
Nobody doing that.
We're not doing those. Like
terrible,
that's just dumb. But it goes to show you why they didn't make it. Why they didn't last.
Yeah, for sure.
So
let us know. What is the worst one to y'all? What is y'all top 3 worst?
Be honest.
If y'all seen any of these, let us.
Yeah, because I've never seen any of them.
I've
never seen any of them. So I feel like then we must have stopped when they started doing.
They started doing some dumb stuff. That's when we checked out.
But let us know your opinion. Which one was the worst? Which one deserved number 1? Because I know it wasn't John Cena. I feel like we all can agree to say it wasn't John Cena.
He shouldn't have been number 1.
Yeah, but let us know.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all having a lovely start of y'all week. We'll see y'all in the next one.